Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 12. So Module 12 is the last module for the comparison essay. This is where you will submit the final draft. We've done quite a few assignments in the past few modules getting you prepared for this. So now you need to spend the week really working on turning that rough draft into a final draft. So you're expected to spend quite a bit of time this week really going over that essay. It needs to be the best essay that you can possibly get from this assignment, and really thinking about what are some of the skills that you've learned this semester, and everything from the readings that we've done to the feedback that I've left you, to the feedback from your peers and the online writing lab, making sure that it is the best possible essay. So this is our major essay for the class. This is kind of the focus of the class. We will have one essay after this that is, again, another kind of big essay assignment. It's not as involved though, so it's an analysis, so it's a little bit shorter and a little bit more focused, and then the final for the class. So this comparison essay is the one that's really kind of where we're focusing the class on it. So you can see that the module, the only assignment you have is turning in this essay. I've got a reminder of the essay assignment itself. Read back through the criteria, make sure you're meeting all of the outcomes for it. One of the things that I tend to see a lot of in the rough draft is students trying to make an argument, so one is better than the other, or students not organizing it correctly. Every body paragraph should cover both subjects. So you don't want to have a body paragraph about one subject and then that same point for the next subject in a different paragraph. So you want them to be together. In fact, your comparison really should go line by line. So if the first sentence is about when the Democratic Party was founded, then the sentence right after that needs to be when the Republican Party was founded, right? So we need to have those two dates back to back. And then we might go back to the Democrat Party and talk about the people who founded the party, and then we would go back to the Republican. So this is all in one paragraph, right? So we're going back and forth within the paragraph, trying to combine things together, and then having adequate transitions in between. So I'm going to have those words like similar, different, in the same way, on the other hand, that kind of thing, so that you can see that comparison. That's the whole point of this essay, is to make those really strong connections and really point out that comparison. So those are the major issues that I see. The other thing that I don't want you to do is use first person in this essay. So you want to be looking for first person pronouns. Hopefully your peers were able to catch some of those as well as those yous. And then obviously when I look through your rough drafts, that's something that I look for as well. But those are all things that you need to change. So this is the checklist for revising. Don't wait until the last minute to revise your essay. Like I said, you should be working on this all week, because revising should take you a little while, especially when we're doing it to the depth that we're doing for this particular assignment. So you have feedback from me, or will have feedback from me on the rough draft. It does take me a few days. This is an overloaded class, so it can take me a while actually to get through all these drafts, especially when students are turning them in late. And so just kind of keep that in mind. If you don't see feedback right away, if there's like a scheduling issue where you really need feedback now because you got to get this essay done for whatever reason, you can always send me an email and request some early feedback. That's fine. You want to look over the online writing lab submission as well. That shows up in your BrainFuse. So BrainFuse, remember, is over here, BrainFuse Online Tutoring. When you click on this, it brings up that home page. And even on the home page, I think, is the notification if they've responded to you. Hopefully you got that response and you already submitted the file to the previous module. If you did not submit that file, make sure that you do that. But some students have had issues seeing the feedback because you might open the file, it will open in Word online, which means that you can't see the inline feedback. The review tool is not there. And so some students have had success If you can't download it into Word, download it onto your computer. Then some students have had some success like just submitting it into Canvas, and then when they look at it in Canvas, they can see those comments. So that might help you if you're struggling. You can always send me an email again if you're having issues. And then finally, that peer edit assignment should also have some ideas for you. These are from your peers, though. Keep in mind that you don't have to change everything that's been commented on. Some things are just suggestions. And then if your peers or the online writing lab give you feedback where like it's not right, so like they suggested oh, you should argue here that this one's better, and you're not supposed to do that, then don't make that change. But otherwise, most of the time suggestions should be taken into consideration. Change those sentences that don't work really well, change the grammar errors, that kind of thing. And then, of course, you have your own self-edit that you can look over, and then make sure that you look over your draft one more time. I don't care if some students use tools like Grammarly, and that's fine. Keep in mind that you should not accept changes that reword your sentences unless it fixes an obvious grammar error. Otherwise, they need to be your sentences. The more changes you accept that reorder or reword your writing, the more likely it is you'll be flagged for AI, because at that point your text is going to be auto-generated. So you don't want that to happen. Another thing to remember is if you don't make any changes to your rough draft, or maybe there's a few commas that are different, you will get half credit for this assignment. The whole reason we went through all of these modules with all of this feedback is to make sure that you are getting the best possible essay. If you're not going to put the effort into it, then you're just going to get half credit for the assignment. I'm not going to put the effort into grading it if you're not going to put the effort into the class. So make sure that you just keep that in mind and take that into consideration before you submit. And then the grading rubric is down here at the bottom. You can see we have a little bit more. Documentation is a new category here. Well, I guess you would have had it for the definition essay, but it's a bigger part of this essay assignment. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you have questions, make sure that you send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.